Spirituality and religion. Catholicism is historically dominant and remains culturally and socially central in the Philippines. Bayanihan is the idea of helping others without expecting anything in return. Prominent customs and practices. Neighbors support each other in times of need, a strong sense of community over individualism. Eating together is a bonding experience. Kamaya, eating with hands, is traditionally symbolic. Big shared meals reflect unity and generosity. Filipinos are known for going all out for their guests. Visitors are almost always offered food and drink, and hosts often give the best to the guest, even if resources are limited. Come eat is basically automatic. Family is the core of Filipino life, not just parents and kids, but extended family, aunts, uncles, and grandparents and godparents are deeply involved. There is a strong sense of duty for their elders. Sherry Cavestany is known as the tita or auntie of the parish. I spoke with her daughter Marites at the St. Joseph altar, where they shared their family's history. Her grandfather served in the U.S. Navy while living in the Philippines and passed away during the war. In response, her grandmother prayed to St. Joseph to become the father figure of their family, which began a deep devotion that continues today. After his passing, the U.S. provided the family with food staples, and her grandmother generously used these resources to feed their entire neighborhood. Their family history reflects a broader historical context. The Philippines experienced over 300 years of Spanish colonization, followed by American rule, and later the Japanese occupation during World War II. These periods of foreign control shaped Filipino religion, language, and social systems. As a result, there were lasting effects, including suppression of indigenous identities and a development of a colonial mentality, where Western standards may be seen as more desirable. We were welcomed into Miss Sherry's home and immediately greeted by her family. The room was filled with guests, and almost instantly she said, "Come eat." It was a true Kamayan feast full of Filipino dishes. As we enjoyed the meal, her daughter shared the family's history and their roots of devotion to the St. Joseph altar. We spent time in prayer together, including a special prayer dedicated to St. Joseph, and afterwards we celebrated the Filipino way with karaoke. It was beautiful to be part of another culture's traditions. While Sherry and I share the same faith, Catholic, meaning universal, it was a reminder that our faith makes room for diverse cultural expression. I truly loved experiencing my faith lived out the Filipino way, even just for a day. The two counseling theories I believe would work best for this group are CBT and family systems. Schuon discusses that many Asian American and Pacific Islander clients value collectivism, self control, and achievement. Family systems counseling could be a strong fit because these values align with viewing the individual as part of a larger system. Changes within one person can possibly influence the overall dynamic of the family, which resonates with collectivist perspectives. CBT could also be effective as it aligns with values of self control and achievement. Schuon notes that individuals in this group may find it easier to discuss their thoughts rather than their emotions, especially early in the counseling process. As is built, emotional expression may become more accessible. CBT supports this process by helping clients develop greater awareness and control over their thoughts, which can lead to meaningful personal growth and achievement. Practical counseling applications. Family systems would look like exploring family roles, communication patterns. I'd help the clients see how their experiences connect to the family's larger system. CBC sessions would focus more on identifying thoughts and behaviors. Schuon notes clients may be more comfortable discussing thoughts first. I would start there, challenging unhelpful patterns. As trust builds, we can gradually explore deeper emotions. What would this look like? For family systems, I'd ask questions like, what role do you fill in your family? For CBT, I'd ask, how does that thought affect what you do next? Personal impact. I responded to this experience with curiosity and excitement, asking questions because I genuinely wanted to understand their traditions. I also felt really honored by how welcoming they were, so I made an effort to be fully present and engaged. This experience helped me feel more connected to the Filipino community at our parish. I think my response came from a place of appreciation and recognizing the beauty in how they lived out their faith.